I don't have time for this. Multi-million dollars. Multi-million. Where are those multi-millions? Well, Eric, where are those multi-millions? You don't understand how business works. Oh, okay. All right. That's true.
Guest interview topics. Again, this is irrefutable and this stuff is out there. Now, I'm going to read you some of this. Now, did the other guests get this? Don't really know if that communication
Ask me.
happened.
No.
I can't confirm, but I'm going to read you what it says. Issues with ISOM #1 comic, use of 3D models, tracing them to make artwork, potentially rushed out, creating subpar products.
Guilty. Hold on a second. So this is what they were going to ask you. Let's run through this real quick.
Happened, I can't confirm, but I'm going to read you what it says. Issues with ISOM #1 comic, use of 3D models.
Guilty. Use of 3D models. And you went on the African American Conservatives program, and they asked you about that right before I was on there. And you said, these people make shit up. Eric, you can't say stuff like that, dude. It's a fact. And the thing about it is that it's not really your fault. The only way it's your fault is that, like, you don't know how to make comics. You don't recognize, like, you don't know anything about comic book art. It's not really your fault. What it is, there's a Brazilian who basically just went, you know what, I'm going to take a bunch of shortcuts on this shit. And he took your money, and he didn't draw anything. Like, he didn't do a lot of drawing. He did a lot of 3D. You got to see this stuff, guys. I mean, you might think that, like, I'm making this up, and we're exaggerating about this, and this isn't real. But it's not true. I mean, it is serious. There's a lot of this going on. There is currently a thread. Here we go. From Lathan Devers. This is a thread of all currently known 3D assets used in the creation of ISOM #1 and 2. This guy's actually chronicling it all for us. I mean, if you want to see, like, where all this came from, all assets are available free of charge. So this didn't cost anything to do this at all. He's using free assets. It's not like he took Eric's money and then invested it in making his own 3D assets. This is all stuff that's free on the internet. You could just easily grab it, bang it out. All assets are available free of charge from SketchUp 3D Warehouse. If you want to find some more, you can add them to the collection. Here is the collection right here. But you can see, here are the buildings that he uses. There's the truck that ISOM drives. There's the American farmhouse, all the furniture, etc., etc. Let me see. Police precinct. Let me see here. Remember this panel? Here we go. West Forest Park uptown 2 weeks ago. Remember that? People were like, hey, what does this say here? Like, why is the lettering blurred? Well, I mean, it's because it's right here. It's Samuel's Formal Wear, which is available as a 3D asset. And when you turn it to the side, these are 3D letters here. Like, they're kind of up off the, and they kind of look, they turn and you can't read them anymore. So Samuel's Formal Wear is a nice place to go. If you're going to get married, I would. Anna's wedding's coming up. I'm not sure if I'm going to Anna's wedding yet, but if I do, I might want to get my suit. Might want to get a tailored suit at Samuel's Formal Wear. Should be good. All right, so there's this. Let me scroll down a little bit more. The warehouse. So this is the warehouse that they use. Look at this. Like, this would take a long time to draw. Well, it wouldn't take that long to draw. I mean, this is a 2-point perspective because these lines are parallel here. The vertical lines are parallel. So this 2-point perspective, simple block windows. The hardest thing would be the kind of girders at the ceiling here. That'd be kind of tough to do. The steps here. Pretty good background. And then you just kind of, I don't know what this is that he's using, this texture that he's rolling all over, but it looks like shit and it's all over the book. You know what? You know why you would do this is because, here's why you would do this. because when you're using this building here, you can put this down, but it basically has no texture. It's just the drawing. So what you do is you just see these little lines coming out. Like he added these. These are hand drawn. The little streaky lines in there to make it look textured a little bit. Those are hand drawn, right? To kind of wet it down and make it look like it's drawn. There's some lines on there. But he got sick. Like this didn't. How long would this take to do this? This would take 5 seconds, right? He stopped even doing that here. He doesn't even want to do that. Now he just rolls a fucking tire track paintbrush over it in lieu of doing that. Here's the warehouse. Here's the asset. You can see the stairs there. You can see this. This is the window. So, I mean, there's a warehouse there that you can just sort of, you know, clip all this around from different angles, you know, get what you want. Eric said this is, we made this up. Oh, this isn't, you know, I'm the one who pointed this out. I said, this is all like, you guys, it's all SketchUp. See SketchUp there? I know these tricks because I'm a comic book artist and I've called out some of my peers for doing this. I never, just to be clear, I'm not calling out everybody. I'm not saying using these tools sometimes is wrong. Just to be clear, I have never used these, ever. In any of my comic books, you will never find any 3D assets. There have been a couple of times, I think way in the past, where I've like, I need a specific location, and so I'll find a photograph and blow it up and maybe lightbox it real quick and then render it. Lightbox it means take a nice photocopy of an image, lay it under the paper, put light under it, and then use a blue pencil to trace it, then you render it from there. That's about as SketchUp-y as I've ever gotten in my career. This is not that. This is actually borrowing these already drawn assets and then just running a filter over them that makes it look like they're made of their comic book line artwork. Here's the couch. This is where ISOM laid down to take a nap. There it is, right there. So you recognize that. There's the couch. There's the table. Oh, shit. There's the table again. This is the same room, but it's different people in it. Oh, this is from an earlier comic that he did, 10 Years to Death in 2021. So he's been using these SketchUp assets for a while. Here's ISOM laying down on the couch. This right here is a 3D figure. For fuck's sake. Here's the truck leading up to the castle. There's the model. So basically you could just like this, if you need a truck, you got a truck model. And you can turn it from any angle. This is roughly the angle that they used for this. And you'll notice, like, see how, like, it's not, like, this should be round, but it isn't because it's kind of like a cheap line drawing here. It's hard edge, hard edge. There are corners on this here. The guy kept them there. Look. Like, he didn't even round them out. He didn't trace the truck and then sort of kind of redraw it, fix it up, make it look. No, he just put it down, dude. He just put the fucking lines down as they were. And then he threw some shit on it, some texture. See these little lines? Like, this takes 5 seconds to do. I don't know how I have no fucking idea how he did that castle, man. That is insane. Castle's nuts. Whole thread on these. Here's the house. Truck pulls up to a house. There it is. This is the house. This is all conspiracy, right, Eric? People are just making things up. There's Darren's lamp there. ISOM's bed is here. There's the warehouse from the outside. There it is there. That's the same truck, by the way. This guy's doing a good work here. There's the doors. You can get these doors. There's a Hummer. You got the Hummer model right there. Same thing. Same Hummer used again. You know, he's going through. He's trying to find all of this guy, Lathan Devers, who seems to be a man of color with a transgender flag behind his head. So maybe he is a trans man of color on whatever it is. you can't criticize him because he is obviously a marginalized person. Like, imagine being a trans man of color. You know, I think that's pretty close to like being an angel at that point.